Welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
Did she
to
just say
another
hell toe?
game that I want to play.
What the fuck?
Now it's your boy Hookah Poppy. What's going on in the place to be? Welcome to another episode of the Chop House. I'm your co-host, El Hookah Poppy.
It's your girl, the real Candy.
What's going on, y'all? I'm right.
It's your boy, Mr. F that.
And we are back in the building. Yeah, so I did get my Squid Game mask a little late. It's supposed to come on Halloween, but it came the day after. And I wanted to wear it, but I had nowhere to go. So I'm gonna make use of this month. But yeah. Aside from that, how's everybody doing? How's everybody weekend?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Beautiful weekend.
Great.
Calm weekend. I ain't do shit. Chilling.
Okay,
Just chilling.
complex.
Complex.
Yeah.
Hey, what did I do this weekend? Y'all know I always have a good weekend, man. I gotta remember what I did. Listen. Dang. Took the kids trick or treating. That was pretty cool. Based on the fact that my kids don't like Halloween at all, this one was different for them to just be like, oh yeah, we want to go trick or treating. So got them some last minute costumes and went trick or treating. Damn, what I
That's
do?
interesting. They don't like Halloween.
I was about to ask you why they don't like Halloween.
I think they just scared of everything, bro. They just little scary people. They don't like.
How old are they?
9 and 5. Like they just don't do well with stuff jumping out at them. That's not their thing.
Okay, I get it.
Understood.
You know what I mean? But they my son did real good. He going up to people trick or treat, taking his candy, and he'll say Happy Halloween. I'm like, okay, he going there. You know what I mean?
Maybe they starting to appreciate Halloween for what it's worth.
Yeah, that's what I like to see, because then we could do like how the internet does when they be having all their good family pictures and they all got the same costume on and stuff. So I'm excited for next year.
I saw this animatronic joint that I want to cop, but I need a house for it. But that joint is fire. Like I'm gonna send it to y'all. That joint is crazy.
Yo, you know what be bugging me out though?
What?
Peace. The parents, right? Respectfully, the parents that I had to say that put costumes on their kids that their kids don't even know nothing about.
Right, like that baby wanted to be Paw Patrol, and she made that baby Steve Urkel.
Word,
like,
that's what I be saying. Like, look, that baby probably, like you said, wanted to be Paw Patrol. Yeah, you made him. What's the name from Friday? Y'all seen that meme?
The one we made with the red, the one who got hit in the eye.
Friday with the
eye. Yeah, I saw that.
And they be looking so cute, but it's like they don't understand what you just made them.
Yeah. Man, I seen one though, and I was thinking even about like Chucky, but kids will know what Chucky is because Chucky still go on.
I feel like everybody did Chucky this year.
Yeah, man.
Everybody. That's because of the movie.
I seen
the show.
The show, yeah.
I seen a whole family of Chucky. I thought it was dope. I seen a brother and sister twin. They was twin. Oh no, sister and sister twins. One was the bride of Chucky. The other one was Chucky. That was dope. I like anything Chucky though. I like, even though I don't really like Chucky like that.
I feel like a lot of females did Beetlejuice. It was shocking to me. I saw a lot of females do Beetlejuice.
And I've seen a lot of females do Shorty from Mortal Kombat.
Katana.
Katana.
Yeah.
Next year, Katana and what's the other one named? Selena with the
Melina.
Yeah, I seen some Melinas out there with the cut joint.
I will say this: a lot of the celebrities went off with their costumes.
No, they did.
A lot of the celebrities did an amazing job with the costumes.
I seen one of my favorites. What's her name? Tiana Taylor. She did old girl from Black Panther from the comic book.
Yeah, I saw
that.
Sister Slay.
I saw Marlo did Whitney Houston. She killed that.
But see, Marlo did a bunch of different looks. I don't know who she actually was on Halloween though.
She do that every year though.
Yeah, she did a couple of jokes. Reginae did a good job as Lil' Kim.
Yeah, she did.
Hold her. She looked good.
And I think Drea was a Class A Azul bottle.
No, that was Karuchi. Karuchi did the Azul
Karuchi.
bottle. Yeah, now that was creative.
That was
I
nice.
fucked with her costume. That was creative.
That was real
was creative.
creative. Carisha was Queen of the Dam. She did good.
She did. She looked good as shit. She really did look good. She did.
Even JT, although we didn't get to see her whole outfit, she was Poison Ivy. The little things on her story, she looked nice too.
Yeah, I seen.
Oh, I didn't even see hers.
She looked really nice.
Yeah, man, there's some dope joints out there.
I was surprised that Fab and his family didn't dress up though. I was waiting for that.
Oh yeah, because I didn't see them either.
And they usually go off every year.
But what y'all got going on, man? What we chatting about on the show and shit tonight? What y'all trying to get into some things?
Hold on. Let me make this drink public. I forgot.
What was in public?
The audience. All right, we good. All right, so before we officially start, I want to share something real quick with y'all.
Charlie Clips versus Chess, hosted by Chris Brown.
I tried Megan the Stallions. Hottie sauce. Hottie, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy.
What happened?
Hot sauce and sweet and sour sauce mixed. Hottie, yaddy, yaddy.
Let's try it again. My bad. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let's try it again.
I tried Megan the Stallions. Hottie sauce. Hottie, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy.
Hottie, yaddy, yaddy.
It's like hot sauce and sweet and sour sauce mixed. Hottie, yaddy, yaddy.
Hot sauce and sweet and sour sauce.
Hey, I want to try that shit though.
Hey, yo, it's good, man. I heard people that was out there was mad because they ain't had no hottie sauce left, man. People was like,
I heard it.
She said, hope you guys have a good show. Hopefully she makes it.
We miss you.
Thank you.
That's crazy though. That's the video trying to play last week, right?
Yeah, but I was on my iPad, and my iPad was being real temperamental, so I decided to go back on my laptop and do it live.
That was a lot of likes on that joint.
Yeah, I peeped. So I got a topic for y'all. So let's put a scenario out there. Let's say you're married, right? You're married, you have a kid while you're married with this person. You and that person get a divorce. Now you're about to marry your ex-wife friend / coworker. You want your child that you had a child with your previous wife with or husband in your wedding. The other person says no. So let's start off by saying, let's say you're the ex, and your ex says they're about to get married to your friend, and they want your kid to be in the wedding. How would you respond? How would you feel about that?
Who want to go first? I honestly feel like that in that situation, you're right as the father or the mother to want your child to be in the wedding. Yes, the situation is fucked up. It's a fucked up situation, but you're right as that child's parent to want your child in your wedding. Like that's one of the happiest times of your life when you get married. I feel like the other parent may be on some shit like, nah, that shit not cool. I don't want that shit to happen. But that's just kind of that's just the selfish. That's just the other party being selfish. Like, and not to say that their feelings are disregarded in the situation, because I mean, yeah, like you on some shit like, nah, my child can't be a part of that shit, but that's 50% the other person's child. Like he has that right, he or she has that right to want that child to be in that wedding.
I agree, and to an extent, like I feel like as the parent, of course, you want your child to partake in such a glorious time in your life. Of course, that's the happiest day of your life, whether it's the second, third, whatever time. But as the opposite parent, I understand how they feel too, because what if this person that your husband or wife is remarrying, that's supposedly your friend, what if this was somebody that was a friend that used to come around all the time and used to be like auntie, uncle to the child, and now like you getting married, like everybody has a right to their own feelings. I don't think that
Right.
there's no right or wrong answer to it. Cause me, I would probably be upset like you foul as fuck for marrying my friend. I
Right.
don't know if I would be too keen on it at first, but I mean, as time go on and they ain't getting, they ain't breaking up. They obviously together. I done knew about the wedding for a year now. Now it's time for the wedding. They still together, still going strong. I'm sure you're not keeping your kid away from the other parent. So, I mean, eventually you just gotta like move on with life, because if you don't let your child be a part of it, for one, you don't know how your child is gonna feel down the line. And then if you don't let your child be a part of it, are you gonna keep your child away from the other parent also because you don't want the child in that environment? So I think it's real situational with that. I don't think it's a right or wrong answer because everybody has a right to their opinion, especially on terms of how they got together and how close is that other party with the family and the kid.
That's true. That's true. But
Me,
that just puts the child in a fucked up situation. Oh, my bad. But
so
it
It
puts the
do.
me,
child fucked.
it's a strong no for me. I'm just not with it. I'm well. Then again, I don't know. I'm as a father. I guess maybe mothers will feel differently. I s- me I so me personally, I probably would, depending on how old the child is, I would ask them like, hey, how would you feel about X, Y, Z? And if they understand the situation, I let them make the decision. Um, but if I was the person marrying my ex's friend or whatever, first off, I feel like I think we talked about this in a topic a couple shows ago. Like, one of my ex-wife's friends are all off limit regardless. Um, so I wouldn't even have us be. It would be in a scenario where I would be in that kind of predicament with my ex-wife's friend, anything like that. But if that was the case, I would already feel messed up even doing that, and then asking my son to be like, "Yo, I want you to be in the wedding." Like, it kind of puts, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, even though you and your wife isn't together, y'all still have this child together, and then you don't want to mess up that relationship that y'all have based off, you know what I'm saying? The co-parenting that you guys would have. 'Cause that's definitely going to put a strain on you guys' relationship moving forward. You know what I mean? Because the other person is definitely going to feel the type of way.
I don't
Um,
think a mother would feel no
Hold up.
different
So
either. Because I think as a woman, like if you find out your ex husband or your ex period is dating your friend, like females, we like a lot of females. Majority of females make a lot of decisions based off of our emotions.
right,
So females are very emotional by nature. So off rip, a female is gonna be in her feelings.
right.
Off rip. Like I can't really see a female being okay with it day one that you tell her. Now maybe months down the line she'll probably, grow to live with it and understand. But I don't think mothers would feel no different. I think we would probably feel like worse than a guy. Like cause guys is very much like y'all be in y'all feelings and y'all have y'all emotions, but y'all kind of know how to hide y'all emotions a little bit better than a female. So a guy could kind of like sweep things under the rug and front like he don't care and move on with his life and probably do something to get you more mad, you
So let
know.
me make sure I had this right before I answer this question, right? So you saying that you got with somebody, y'all had a kid together, then y'all not together no
Break
more,
up
but y'all break up and she go and get with your one of your friends and then get married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and want to have your kid a part of the wedding. Y'all kid that y'all have together.
That's that's both our kids. So in my opinion, she has all the right to be able to do what she wants because
Right.
that's her child. Like so that I really honestly you really don't have no say so in that
But you have a
position
right to
because
feel away.
Yeah, you got a right to
you
feel.
have a right to voice your opinion to tell them how you feel about it if you go about it the right way to even do that. But honestly, y'all that's her child too. So it's really nothing. I feel like I've known people who've been in a situation like that where it was similar, or if it wasn't similar, it was a stepchild and they still was in the wedding. Like this is my child.
Right,
Like, how
right.
much
But
you
like, you know, with
say?
females, the child usually resides 9 times out of 10, the child resides with the female anyway. So she gonna
Right.
do what she want to do
True.
regardless. Like you could
Yeah.
talk to you blue in the face. I don't want my son. I don't want my daughter in the wedding. Da, 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 da. She's gonna do what she want to do because
Yeah, you can
that
voice
kid
your
lived with her.
opinion. Yeah. And then see, I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, I feel like the woman might have more control over saying no to the man. Like
Right.
no, he
Right,
can't.
because the
No,
child
he or
lived with
she
her.
can't be in the wedding because they really gonna feel some type of way about that. Like you ain't get married to me, you about to get married to this chick, and you want my son or daughter to be in your wedding? Like no, that's a definite no. And if especially if the child lives with them, it's definitely not happening. So it's like it's biased, it's one sided, but
It is. But that it'll be one sided on all parties.
yeah,
Right.
Like, and it's I just hate the fact of the situation that I hate the way that it puts the child in the
Right.
middle.
It puts
Like
them
that
against the
child is,
parents.
yeah, you know, like because now you going off of mom's emotions and you going off of dad emotions, and it's just like whose side? Where like you know, kids always on some shit like whose side do I pick? Like what
Yeah.
side
Right.
am I on?
yep.
So that's
You
kind of
never
fucked up,
want them to feel that way, man. But
right?
it can happen real easy. Like I've been in that situation. Probably most of us up here have. You know what I mean? When you sitting there like I didn't have both of my parents in the same house, so like you know I wouldn't say my mom ever did it because my mom not like that. She let me find out who my father was through who he was by seeing it myself.
Right.
She always said, but like you know sometimes it was one of them things where it's like your mom won't take you to practice, so I can't keep doing it and blah 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 blah. Like stuff like that. I'd be like, damn. So it's my mom's fault that I can't go to baseball practice, and now you know what I mean. I'm picking sides. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the crazy part. Like and I know parents now are way more different where they'll do that where it's like, well, your dad is like this and your mom is like this, and then it's just making the kid just like, they want me to choose sides, basically. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
have a
like I
question.
said,
What is considered this isn't like a topic, but it was just like something I saw on as far as parents. I saw on Facebook. I don't remember the question or the statement to its entirety, but I know it was something like along the lines of Generation X parents are like jealous, or mothers are jealous of like their millennial kids. So what year is Generation X
I was
considered?
about to ask the same thing.
I want to say, I probably what
Because I
2000,
see that often.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
probably what 2000 maybe.
Because the millennial kids would be like, the new millennium was what, 2000?
Yeah, so you figure
That
they
was
going to
when,
probably like what they should be like 21 now.
right, that would be
So it
millennials.
says Generation X, Gen X. Researchers and popular media use the early to mid 1960s as starting birth years and the late 1970s to early 80s as ending birth years, with the generation being generally defined as people born from 1965 to 1980.
So I read that like the parents of that generation seem to treat their kids that are millennial kids like bad and stuff, or more so off the strength of the fact that like kids that are born nowadays, and I guess like the millennials and stuff, they have more choice and more freedom versus like our parents did growing up and stuff like that. I just wanted to know like what
We're
I
the
should have Googled it.
millennials, though. You know that, right?
Huh?
We are millennials.
All right, so
But I thought millennials was 2000.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
thought.
No, millennials is us. It's the 1980s. So millennials is millennials.
so these kids would be millennial X.
1981 to 96.
Oh
Oh, so I am
wow.
a millennial. Yeah, I
Generation
didn't know that.
Z. Generation Z is 1997 to 2000 or something.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
That's
new kids are
These
Generation
kids
Z.
now, Gen Z. We're millennials.
So we're millennials.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah, we're the millennials. So a Gen, you said Gen X, right?
That's
Yeah,
our
that's
parents.
Yeah. So Gen X, you're saying that they're jealous of millennials.
Yeah, I gotta find. I'm gonna
They
find
want
the
their kids?
question and I'll bring it back. But
Okay.
it just like when you said parents, it just like crossed my mind. I saw it and I meant to like take a screenshot because I was wondering like what the hell is Gen X and what are we?
yeah, because
Because
I didn't know I was a
I didn't know
millennial.
we was millennial. I thought my child would have
Yeah,
been like more of a millennial.
All right. Hold on. So C says, what are they? What they're talking about? Our parents being jelly
That's what I
of
thought.
us.
Now
Yeah.
you gonna make
yeah.
me try to go find it.
I think that's what
That's what
she.
I
I think
thought
that's
though,
what she
right
was saying to
there. They
say.
talking
Yeah.
about our parents being jealous, because that our parents are the ones who are. Some of them are the 1960s. Well, nah. They would be born before then, right?
Yo,
Yeah,
so
because my
I have
grandma.
a
Well,
side
no, my mom was born in
sidebar.
'66.
Yeah, my mom born around that time too. How was your mom?
So I have a
65.
Yeah,
sidebar.
my mom too.
This
Yeah.
city is about to go crazy because right now the Braves are up 6-0, and they about so Atlanta about to be crazy.
They can end it. They can end it today.
If they win tonight, it's over, and they're at the top of the fifth, 6-0.
So
Everybody be talking about baseball, and I don't follow it.
I do have a. I saw Cece post something in the group chat, so I wanted to use what she posted since she's not
Okay.
here. But
Look and see.
and I'm gonna gear it towards us all, so we all can answer it. So it says, I'm convinced men be scared of, let's just say, people who got their ish together.
That's what, I
That's
was
the one
looking
you was
for that
gonna
drink
use.
too. Now, I honestly, I remember seeing it, but I didn't know where I saw it, and I
Yeah,
definitely wanted to
see
talk
put
about
that. So then there's one comment that says, in all honesty, women who have their ish together are a little pushy and very detached, and always use school or work as an excuse to be that way. I never knew why, but in studies, historically, a woman naturally desires to be taken care of and protected by a man. When that element is gone, a woman starts acting unnaturally. She starts developing an alpha male complex of her own. She becomes who she desires.
I remember hearing that one, and I agree with that one. I agree with
That's
that.
a fire topic.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
I agree
agree with
The part
what
wholeheartedly.
about it was I was looking for that. I was wondering where I saw that at, and I was trying. That's what I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't think of. I couldn't
like
find it. Where I
that's
saw
the
that
one. I wanted that one. Nah, but listen. So I agree with it. I agree with what he said and how that can happen. I don't agree that men are scared of women who got their ish together. I feel like it can be what's the word? It can be intimidating.
Intimidating.
Yes, it can be intimidating, but it's not that we're scared, just more so like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that, so I'm gonna go this way. You know what I mean? It's like you
Yeah.
kind of foreshadow and you logically thinking, as men do, we logically thinking like, you know what? I don't think I want to be bothered with that because I'm seeing some other stuff that I saw in like maybe another chick that I had that was like that. You know what? I'm a step back. I'm gonna just chill.
But I
You know what I
also
mean?
think it's guys feel like, not to cut you off, but I also feel like it's guys can feel like, what can I do for you? Like you got all of this going
I
on.
don't
Like you
say
probably
no.
make X amount of dollars and I may
Yeah.
not make as much. And you got the house, the car, or whatever it is that you have. You have all of this that you bring to the table. And I bring a little something. I may not be able to match your energy, but I can bring a little something. And it's like, damn, like what can I do for her? Like she could pay her rent. She could pay her bills. She can buy herself this, that, and the third, whether it's expensive shit or the bare minimum. Like, what
Yeah.
can I do for you?
I
I
give
can't
But the
provide.
I'll give you a perfect example real quick, right? So seeing that, it made me think of I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's telling me about his date, and he was like, "Yo, the chick was bad. When we got there and we sat and we talked, she just talked about herself the whole time. What she got, I got this, and I got these degrees, and I got this, and blah blah." And he just sitting there, and he just told her like, "Hey, yo, like, well, what are we here for then? Like, why am I here talking to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you got all this stuff figured out, and you got, I got this real estate and all of this." You just talking about yourself and all your accomplishments, and not even trying to like figure things out with us. Like, hey, so what do you do? Like, what are your goals? What is this? What is that? She just seemed like she just was all about herself, and that's one of the things where we just like, yo, you know what? If you got it already, I'm good.
Right.
And also feel too like for guys in those situations, like their margin of error with women is like real slim because they feel like, I'm not needed. You know what I'm saying? She can do everything on her own. So I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? Now, if I slip up with anything, if I get any kind of mistake, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because the women she clearly don't need you there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of guys be like, oh, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I got to be careful with everything.
But I don't want to be with nobody I need. I want to be with somebody I want.
Absolutely.
So in that instance that she don't need you financially, she don't need you to buy her this because she got it, she make her money or whatever the case may be. How do you know that what she need isn't time? How do you know that what she need isn't attention? Like, how do you know that? Like, most people should be glad. Like, I would actually be glad to be with somebody to be on some shit like shit. But if you for no bread, right, I just need you to be here.
Right, but if you look at the quote again, you don't really have that time because she's making work and school and all other excuses not to have time.
Mm-hmm. That's what he said. That's what the person said. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't even give them that time because when you try to give them that time, I got to work. Oh, I got this going. I got, you know what I'm saying? Well,
when I read that part, I feel like he just might be getting a curve. It's just a curve.
Well, maybe she working and going to school and she got to do extra because she ain't got that option to just be lackadaisical. Like, she has to make sure she do 2 jobs to cover this rent or whatever. So maybe she may want or need a nigga that's going to help pick up the slack where she may be lacking to where she has to work 2 jobs and go finish that degree so that she can get an extra $30K on her salary or whatever the case may be.
But let's be real though. Let's be real for a second. A person can y'all really like date can you date somebody who going to school and working 2 fucking jobs?
I mean, I could if I know that what the end goal is.
I need attention, and I understand you doing everything to like better you or whatever the case may be. But that's a lot of shit occupying your time.
Well, yeah,
but I think for me, it would have to be you. We would have to be together first, and that wasn't your life first. And then we got together, and we're established. And now you want to do other things. So it's like, I feel like I'm solidified in my position with you. So now if you want to go get that second job or you want to finish school, I know like I done put in time and we done put in time for us to get where we are. So you go do that. To meet a nigga or rip and this nigga got 2 jobs and he going to school, he may have kids or even if he whatever. I know that I'm gonna get bored very easily because when you got time.
Well, in the beginning,
every time I turn around, you busy.
You're right. In the beginning, you kind of want you need that attention if y'all trying to see what y'all gonna build. If y'all gonna try to work to make something happen between y'all two. But sometimes that's difficult because it just depends on, like you said, Ray, what type of person you are. So if you the type of person where you desire more attention than anything, then that's either a conversation that y'all need to have if y'all trying to build something together, you know what I mean? So it's one of the things where it's like, yo, as long as I get my attention, I kind of don't care what what you're trying to do to better yourself, you know what I mean? Because especially if y'all trying to build something together, it's only going to better y'all two together, you know what I mean?
Right.
Moving forward, because now y'all get together, next thing you know, y'all making the bread together. Everybody's happy, businesses is flowing, but the love is there too. You know what I'm saying? But he's already finished with the school and all of that stuff. Y'all good. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you just never know. You never know.
That's true.
All right, hold on, we got some comments. So
Some comments, okay.
Facebook user says, "I want to be kept." Smiley face,
Who the fuck
joking,
is
and
that?
Who said
Tim
that?
says, hey Kimmy, what's going on?
How you
Hi,
doing?
Kim.
What's
All right, so
happening?
Facebook user also says, I don't know. I would never want to stop anyone from doing their thing, but I would want to make sure that we get to go deep and have time for a relationship.
I
Exactly.
agree.
True. Jill says, love can be complicated, then adding work and make it harder because then you have to answer to boss, coworkers, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
See, look, you know what I mean? Like, it's certain situations where, right, like how Candy was saying, as far as like, if it not in the beginning, but like when y'all get together, if that happens, you could be rolling so good if it goes that way, or whatever way it goes, you could be rolling so good that next thing you know, whatever you create together becomes your business, and then you drop the jobs and you're not even working for nobody and you got your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that happens. That's what, like, when it comes to relationships and you get married and stuff like that, and it don't even have to just be marriage, but when you get there, it's just something about creating things together that keeps your relationship together.
Right. You have to be
you can
equally yoked.
Correct, but you really don't sometimes. You sometimes, I'll say right now at this point, since my wife been out, she been controlling a lot of stuff while I'm working. And I won't say it's not equal, but I feel like the work that I'm doing compared to what she does all day with the kids, plus teaching them, because they both do school from home, virtual school, and then on top of that, she got the baby, and then she's running my businesses. You know what I'm saying? She's getting all the logistics and stuff together for my business while I'm at work, because, you know, I'm just answering stuff she asked me, but she's doing all that stuff in the background. So, like, at that point in my life, that's why I hate people that say that whole 50-50 thing. It's like 100-100, but it's like, okay, this time I'm gonna be putting in 50 of my 100, and I might be putting 50 in mine. Now it's equal. You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes I'm 80, you 20. You just never know.
Right.
But
Yeah,
it's like
that's
playing
true.
a game of cards or something.
But
Right,
you look
I-
at it
so-
like it could be equal, because you may be working and she may be home with the kids and, you know, running your business, but you are there for her mentally, emotionally,
It's the view.
sexually, you know, all of that.
It's the way
So
you view it. Yeah.
it equals out in some
Mhm.
sense.
I just don't like that whole 50-50 thing. I guess people must get it screwed up. The way you just said it is correct, but some people be like, it's 50-50. Like, if I pay for something, then you gotta pay
Because
for
people
it.
take that term very literal.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
they take it super literal. Like 50-50 means if the rent is 1,000, 5 and 5. Like,
Yeah.
no,
Nah,
50-50
it's
don't
not.
always mean financially split down the
Mhm.
middle.
I don't
Right,
know,
yes, I
Candy.
agree.
Like, yeah, that
All right, so-
do me.
All right, so we have a couple more
If the
comments.
rent a
All right,
rat.
so
I mean,
so
nah, you're right, but
So-
you know what I'm saying.
now wait. All right, so Facebook user says, I know for me, I
Hey.
have 2 jobs that I make sure I plan a work-life balance, not just for the relationship, but myself as well.
As you should.
And Jill says, equally yoked is sharing the same beliefs and value.
Who is Facebook user though? Because I don't see those comments.
Yeah, I don't
under
see
the
the
live.
comments. That's what I was looking for too.
All right,
see-
Facebook user, let us know who you are so we can, we don't got to call you Facebook user.
Yeah, word.
Right. When you
Um,
comment, just put your name, like, you know, put a dash and put your name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I
we
mean-
can
So we
properly
know.
address you.
This is another thing oh yeah. So I was having a conversation with a coworker one day, and I was training her or whatever. And she was telling me all the stuff that she does or whatever. I'm like, yo, that's dope. I was like, I think we got somehow on relationships. And I said, so this sounds like you're like an alpha female. I said, that's dope. I said, but when it comes to relationships, are you able to take that back seat and let your man drive? Or take that passenger seat and let your man drive? And she's like, yeah, I'm that type of girl where I'm able to do that, blah, 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 blah. And I was telling her, I was like, yeah, because that's the thing that certain females, like certain women that we're talking about, have an issue doing. They have an issue with basically taking
Not
that
me.
passenger side. But that's good. You know what I mean?
Not
you know
me,
how
nigga.
you know how to
Take
be
on this
independent.
burden. Shit.
You know how to
Pay
be
these bills. The
independent and
fuck?
kill it. You know how to be independent and kill it. And then And then
I'm tired of
when
being
your man
independent.
hops in,
Shit.
when your man
I'm
hops in,
tired.
he's running. He might be running the show. You play in the background just a little bit. But
Listen,
I think these new women, they might struggle with that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, what y'all get together and the arguments might start just based off the fact of y'all arguing about bills or something wasn't done. It's like, yo.
but I guess maybe my sense of relationships or whatever is probably a little different because, like, I wasn't raised with both parents in the household. My father, God rest his soul, raised me along with my grandparents. My grandfather was in the military. This nigga fought in the war, one of them damn wars, and my grandmother's house is paid for. He ain't have no secret family members. That nigga took care of us. Like every female in my family, aunts and cousins and whatnot, they had men that brought the bacon home and they ain't have to work. If they worked, it was a choice. And they was content with being homemakers and making sure that man's food was ready. And if they decided to work, they worked. So they didn't have a problem with playing it back. So for me, I don't have a problem with paying it back. I don't have a problem being stay at home. If I decide to get my own money, whatever, that's cool too. But that don't bother me playing it back. Like sometimes you gotta let a man be a man. Like when a man can't be a man, it plays on your relationship badly.
It does.
And that's when he starts to get in his shell and he feels inadequate. And the worst thing you could have in your relationship is an inadequate man. A man that feels like he can't provide.
Talk about it.
So wait
don't
a
nobody
minute.
want to be with no man that feel like that.
So Jamal, let me ask you. You would feel if your wife didn't agree to stay at home and be a stay-at-home mom, that would make you feel as if you can't provide for her?
Say it again one more time. If she
like, I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding what y'all saying. So if your wife was on some shit like if y'all had the conversation and you on some shit like, look, you gonna stay at home, you gonna take care of the kids, I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna make the money, I'm gonna pay the bills and shit.
Vice versa. So if I stay home,
so it's vice versa. So
I would feel inadequate, and I've been there. That's why I agree with what she said, because there was a point when I first moved to North Carolina where I didn't have a job. I tried to get a job. I had a job. It wasn't paying enough. I had to leave a job and go home because she found a job like this that was paying more of what we needed. Right. Being home that time, and my thing is about money. So like my love language has to do with like physical touch, and then the other one is like, I think whatever with money, like gifts and stuff like that. So the type of mindset that I have is that I have to provide for my family. Like my daughter constantly coming to me saying, "Daddy, I want to go back to gymnastics," and we can't get her there because I don't have a job. But I'm at home, staying home with them, and taking care of the house. And I remember I was at my low where I wasn't even doing much. I would make sure the kids they eat and all that, but I wouldn't eat and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't feel like myself. And then one day I kind of got out of that and was like, yo, you know what, bro? And it had a lot to do with her, because she used to come home and tell me like, yo, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do everything that I'm doing. So you are putting in your work. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like you're not. And I guess money-wise, I felt like it wasn't enough because we wasn't being able to sustain certain bills at that point.
So you're naturally a provider.
Correct.
Naturally.
So naturally, like I need to get out. Listen, I work hard. That's how I feel. So I started doing stuff like I sold a lot of my Jordans to get us money. I when it started getting better is when I was able to do Uber, Postmates. I did all of that. I made myself work like 16-hour days just to get the money that we needed to make me feel better. And it did. It made me feel a lot better that I was bringing money in that time. But before that, when I was a stay-home dad, I wasn't feeling good. And then her giving me confidence, saying like, yo, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. We good. I'm saying let's keep moving forward. God had a lot to play in that too, because that's when we found a church down here. But in the midst of that, that's when I just was like, you know what? I used to get up as if I was working. I get up, I clean the house, I'll make sure dinner's prepared. All of that stuff I start doing. You know what I mean? So it start feeling better until it got better. You know, but like
Yeah.
she said, an inadequate man, a man who feel like he ain't, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing.
Then some men are comfortable with not doing
Yeah,
shit.
some men are.
It
Yeah.
is really
Letting
sad.
their wife do everything or their girl do everything.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's definitely sad. All right. So Facebook users Terrell. I
Terrell.
think we fixed it.
Okay, that was Terrell. Okay.
Facts.
There you go.
You have to set boundaries and expectations. And C says the gang is on point tonight.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that
We
question.
just see you, Miss C.
Yeah, Sierra, we need you back.
But how do
Sierra.
y'all get to answer that question too? Like I heard Candy. Ray, did you get the?
Yeah, I touched on it.
Okay. Who got who next? Who next?
I mean, I'll answer it. I agree with that to a certain extent. Because as I said earlier, like it's hard because like I said, I feel you're gonna be walking on eggshells. And the funny thing about I had texted to a couple people or a couple women as we were doing the show. So one person says they agree and don't, and they say either they'll get a doughboy or alpha man, no in between. Another person said they don't think that's true. So I mean, I don't know. It's just let me read it again so I can.
I said the same thing though. I don't think it's true. I don't think men are scared, but we are.
Yeah, I don't see it. The word scared. Yeah. The word scared. I wouldn't say they're scared because honestly,
you know what it is for some people. It's what everybody say now. It's a red flag. It's one of the things where you like, I could keep going with this, or I can go here. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got a choice. It's like, should I deal with this? Because
I think you know something. As men, I really feel like that we kind of I don't really know the word that I don't really know the word I'm looking for, but I feel like we try to neglect the fact that we have emotions. And it's okay to be scared. Like it's all right to be scared. I feel like as men, like we try to play hardball a lot and act like we not really scared of shit. It's okay to be scared, fellas. Like it's all right to be scared of some shit. It's okay. Like
I let my feelings out. I cry in front of anybody. You feel me? Like so.
No. Nope. I'm not doing it. I've done it
cry in
before.
front of
I
anybody.
will never do it again. Unless it's a funeral.
I will say that. Now that's one thing. It's very, very hard to get me to cry in front of you because I don't want to. Nah, you ain't ready to take my emotions for a weakness and try to play me while I'm crying and shit. Like I cry by myself before I cry in front of anybody.
Nah, try me if you want to on that part. I don't care about crying. I cry right in front of you, but try me on that other part. You said I will not. Come on, man. Hang out, boy. My little behind. But I'm just saying, like I don't mind. Just yo, man, that movie was crazy, bro. Like yo, you cry. Hey, listen.
There's nothing wrong with crying.
I'll tell you a funny story. I cried off a movie that I didn't really think was that sad, but it was sad. And it was
you gotta tell us the movie.
Let me tell you, it was The Sixth Man. You remember The Sixth Man?
Oh, and what's it? Okay.
You don't remember The Sixth Man? You never seen it?
It sounds familiar. Who
with Marlon Wayans?
With Marlon Wayans, when his brother was the ghost and he died, and
he
then
was a basketball player.
Yeah, he had to leave. So that part we had to leave, and they had he had to go up to the light. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Man, I'll see you later." He's like, "Bro, you gotta leave, bro." I'm like, "Yo."
I'm not crying. You're crying.
But I would have preferred for you to say Lion King, bro.
Yo, it was sad, bro.
I'm gonna tell you one movie that probably would have gotten me if it wasn't ruined for me. Probably Best Man Holiday. If I didn't know that
she died on Shorty?
Yeah, because my homeboy was telling me about the movie. He didn't tell me about the movie. He was like, "Yo, it was one part I had to hold back my tears," and I'm like, "Okay, so it's the sad part gonna be in this movie." And then as she started getting sick, I was like, "Yeah, she's about to die." Now, if I didn't know that, it might have caught me off guard, and you might have saw a little tear drop. But
I'm a crybaby. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I want to fight. I cry when I'm sad. I'm just a crybaby. I
Now-
think that's just a part of my sign because
Yeah, me
every
too. I'm a
Libra
Pisces.
that I
We
know is
cry.
a crybaby.
Now I know.
I ain't no big
When
crybaby.
Mufasa died, that almost had me. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what movie makes me cry every time? The Green Mile.
Oh yeah, that was my joint right there. That was my joint. Yeah,
That's so
I ain't gonna
sad.
lie to y'all. The last movie that I cried off was Endgame when Iron Man died. That's the last time I cried off.
Yeah, that was. I ain't cried though.
No,
I was
cry.
fucked up.
Remember
But I
what
was
Avengers was that when Spider-Man died? I cried with that.
That was Infinity Wars.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Infinity War,
Infinity
yeah.
with the Infinity. So I cried when he
Yeah,
disappeared.
he was
That
like-
was so sad
He's like,
because he was so scared.
Yeah.
Don't let him take me.
what's happening? Don't let him.
When Iron Man died, I was fucked up. I was
But
in the
you know
field
what?
like,
I didn't-
oh shit.
I didn't cry because I didn't think he really died, because he's Iron Man. So I'm like, oh, he's not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Then when he started talking right after, I was like, oh, he's alive now. I was like, wait a minute, that's a hologram. Like,
Nah, you can look at my boy and tell he was going. You can tell he was going. That shit fucked me up.
Hey yo,
she was like, yeah,
put that comment up. Put tough acting, Tenactin up. Tenactin tough.
Oh, she said no tears enough, so I'm really hurt. See,
tough acting,
and
Tenactin.
she says, chill, laugh out loud.
She don't want nobody to see her cry. Tough acting.
I seen her cry mad times before, but I think with her, she only cry in front of people that she comfortable. You know, I didn't seen her cry for many different things. Like she ain't gonna cry in front of a bunch of niggas, but with her,
Yeah, I believe that.
it's like with someone or people that she like really close to that understand or that know the situation that she gonna cry in front of. But like a nigga, a random nigga, or like somebody she just fucking with real quick and he may do something to get under her skin, she ain't about to let that nigga see her cry.
Man, I feel y'all, but I just don't. I don't be caring what anybody thinks about me, what they want to take a weakness for. I don't care about none of that because I know who I am. I don't care about none of that.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck because I can fight. So
I don't care exactly what I'm saying. Like I don't.
Nigga, I'ma cry and I'ma beat your ass while I'm fucking crying.
I'ma
beat your ass because I'm sorry I gotta do this shit. Like,
because one thing you don't want is the combination. You ever
me crying
fight your cousin or something and you end up crying and then you just go ham, like the adrenaline just making you do something else when you crying and fighting? Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Come on, somebody.
So can I get into my question?
Yeah, talk about it.
So, OnlyFans. Y'all feel like that's legal prostitution?
Yo,
absolutely.
Tell me how though. Tell me how.
How is OnlyFans legal prostitution? Because
tell me why you.
All right, bro. So all right, check this out. So in real life, if you pull up, and of course every city got neighborhoods where prostitutes and shit like that. You pull up, you get your prostitute, you know. He hop in the car, y'all pull up wherever y'all pull up, do whatever you do, get the money. If you get caught by the law, your ass going to jail.
Absolutely.
These motherfuckers can sit back and record this shit and put this on a platform for you to subscribe, whether if it's anywhere from $5.99 to goddamn, it seems like they going up. So the last one I seen was like $49.99 a month.
So
you gotta be messed up.
All right, because I think when you said it before, I took it different. So you saying basically that OnlyFans is pimping out everybody else? Is that what you're saying?
It's like
I'm basically saying that.
Think about it.
Yeah, like OnlyFans will be the pimp, and all the users will be the hoes.
Okay,
because they definitely got to give OnlyFans a percentage of their earnings.
Yeah, they got to give OnlyFans.
If you're saying that, then yes. But I thought you was meaning like the person versus the user who's subscribing to the person, because in my opinion, that's more so like Pornhub Premium.
My thing is this: I refuse to subscribe to OnlyFans or anything like that when there's a trillion free porn websites out there. Like, I'm not about to pay you.
Right. Like, how many times I'm going to see you suck dick? Like, come on, girl.
Right. I mean, it's...
Well, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I've subscribed to plenty of OnlyFans accounts.
Really?
I know they be going off.
I don't know if I was like tricking or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, he was tricking.
Yo.
But hey, it ain't tricking if you got it, like Fab said.
That's what
I mean,
said.
hey,
See when
you know what I'm
do
saying?
it.
Like, it's a lot of good content out there. I take my head off to y'all because I
Yeah.
would never in my life
Yo,
get
that's
on
what
no
you said
camera and do
earlier.
shit.
What'd you say, Ray? You said they gotta get creative.
Yeah, like y'all be
But I
creative as
heard that
fuck. Like, I
OnlyFans
love the content.
was going to cut back on the like sexual content.
Hey,
No,
What you mean? Hold on,
I heard
say
they
it
were,
again.
but I think they changed their mind because, I mean, that's what OnlyFans is, in my opinion.
No, they changed their
OnlyFans.
mind because Tiger opened up a platform for that shit. Tiger opened up a platform and somebody else was opening up a platform to allow that shit. So OnlyFans making hella money off this shit.
Yeah, because I mean, you could do multiple things. Like I seen girls like they do nails on OnlyFans, they do weaves and make wigs. Like you could use OnlyFans for whatever you want. But the majority of OnlyFans is sexual content.
They don't want to be known for the sexual content. That's why they came up with the thing they were gonna do. Like, cause I said one time, I said, yo, I'm about to make me some money. I'm gonna make videos where I just stub my toe on random shit.
What?
They have people subscribe. Hey, yo, this world is so weird, bro. You could just do anything. Like, you could do something where you say you get your nails done, Candy, right? And you just take your nails and just put them on random objects to do this. That's ASMR.
Somebody pay for that
like
shit.
the noise. You know what I'm saying?
It's
true.
these kids. I don't know if it's Ryan or one of these kids, but they have a whole YouTube channel where they play.
Yeah, Ryan.
Open toys and just play with them. And kids subscribe.
Ryan, and he got his own toys inside of Target, Toys R Us. He sells toys now.
My kids pay them every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds, Ryan getting paid off. My kids.
Kids love Ryan.
Like, everything you do is open toys and play with them. Like, this joint is crazy.
My kids watch grown adults play with toys, unbox toys, and then act like same way if I was sitting here and I had two dolls just playing with them. That's what they do. And and my kids watch it and they get paid off my kids.
Well, listening to y'all bring the kids and stuff into it, like, because I didn't really know like a lot of kids. Well, I didn't know any child had a platform on OnlyFans for other kids to subscribe and shit. I thought, honest to God, like I thought OnlyFans was.
We talking about YouTube. But,
oh, you talking about YouTube? Okay.
But what we were saying is that when it comes to OnlyFans, it's not just sexual. It's like it's people that's up there that play music. You know what I'm saying? Like anything.
Yeah, it's more than sexual. You can do anything.
That's why it's called OnlyFans, because it's like this is for the real fans who are going to pay for my stuff.
Of that person.
Yeah. So the people who that do stuff sexually caught on to it and just knew that they could get money off of it, and it just was one of those sites. Because that's not the only one. Patreon do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't. So Patreon is like what Joe Buttons has his podcast on Patreon. So people subscribe to get his stuff early and to see other content that we might not see that's not released, right? So then Patreon I've seen chicks up there where all they do is try on different outfits from like Shein and Fashion Nova, but you subscribe to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. People up there, like I said, do music. If they might make a beat, they'll sit there and make a beat live, but only people that can see is people that subscribe to it.
Right.
But the only other one I know other than OnlyFans is Just for Fans.
I feel like they pimping everybody out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody.
And getting paid. Like, they making good money off that OnlyFans shit.
Hell yeah. Whoever was the creator that is making bank.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wish I created.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess my question for the night is, can you and or will you wife or date a stripper and or like a prostitute? I guess since the OnlyFans IG model, a female that you know is on IG showing all her body parts, or a stripper, or whatever, anything in that realm. Do you think you could like date them seriously?
A stripper, yes. A prostitute, no.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a stripper, you gonna get up here, you gonna dance, you gonna get naked. Like I can kind of deal with that because it's more so like people sit back fantasizing about you. But a prostitute, these motherfuckers actually get to experience you. That might be a
So
problem.
strippers give lap dances and all of that.
I mean, yeah, but even still, like you giving this nigga a lap dance, he can't put his dick in you.
Which is true.
He can't fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
he could feel all up on your shorty, and or she could feel all up on your shorty, or whatever the case may be.
I don't. It's a fantasy for me. Like when it comes to stripping, like that's a fantasy.
Now,
Like
would you
prostitutes,
give
you
it
getting paid for your service.
right now? But all right, so if you could date or wife or whatever, seriously date a stripper, are you gonna put a cap on how long that they should be doing this? Because like now y'all together, is this something where you gonna be like, all right, we together? Is this your long-term goals? Like,
I mean, I believe I'll get to that point because there's no way in hell we gonna be together forever. You stripping forever. Like at some point, you should max out. You should reach your goal. What the fuck you trying to make doing that shit? Like this can't be the career forever.
Hey, yo, y'all ever seen an old ass stripper?
Hell no. That's what I was thinking about. Like how
Hey,
old
I
are
might
we doing
create
this
that,
in?
yo. I might create like a 60 plus strip club. That joint might bang. I'm trying to tell you.
it gotta be
With
somebody
all the
that's into that.
AARPs.
Yo, that's
With
why I said
all
people
the
weird.
AARPs.
Yo,
Government checks like a bitch in there.
Oh,
Hell yeah, the first of the month gonna be lit.
it might be hectic.
The
in
first
there,
5
boy.
days of the month, it's lit.
Hey,
I
all
just
the
call it-
retired vets and everything in that
Don't let
lit.
the first fall on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. It's over.
Call that joint 60 plus. That's it. 60 plus.
The crazy part is Jamara to have rehabilitation vans pulling up to the club and shit.
It's gonna be mad wheelchairs in that motherfucker.
I call that shit gilf.
You gonna have to have mad handicap accessible areas.
Come on, man. My nigga said Gil. Hey,
Gilf.
that's funny.
Right.
That's funny.
You know what a gilf is?
Yeah, it
A
was
grandma
either granddad
I
or
love to
grandma I
fuck.
love to fuck. One or the other.
Call that
One
joint
or the
gilf.
other.
Club gilf.
I
Ooh,
mean,
I'm
Jamal, could you seriously
that.
date a stripper?
Oh, so I could. I think that type of stuff don't bother me as long as we get in the bag. The only I'm not an insecure person, right? So,
Right.
but if your same type of attention is on me, especially if I met you in that setting, but if I didn't, it could be a little different. But in my opinion, I remember when I used to go to the strip club, right? And I used to be like, I'd be in there and I'd be throwing my money, and the only reason why I would do it because I tell the chick, I'd be like, yo, this your job. You know what I'm saying? You got to get paid. I understand that. So like that's all it is to me. That it's your job. Everything in the world is somebody's job to do it.
Right.
It's their job. So that's what their job is. But I feel like it's not. I feel like every stripper that's out there, there's an end goal for them, and it's not still being a stripper. They in there for a reason. It's like being a drug dealer and you getting this fast money for a reason, but you're not trying to stay in this game forever because you know you're gonna end up dead or in jail.
But I don't know. Most drug dealers actually do be thinking about that shit long term.
Because fast money is addictive.
Like
is.
most
That's
drug
the
dealers
issue
actually
right
be
there.
like getting that shit and trying to
You
build
can't
an
get
empire.
out. It's hard to get out. Like, for one, motherfuckers work a week. Niggas will work all week and wait till Friday to get paid $1,000. And they make $1,000 in 2 hours. So
Yeah,
imagine,
you're right.
like, it's
Yeah.
especially when you're not used to that. Like, if you been working, you tired of this shit, so now you get your little weed and you sell a little weed and you see you making what you make in a day, in an
But
hour.
listen,
Like,
so listen
it's
to
addictive.
this though. All right, so listen. All right, so then the thing is about it is it's possible to still kind of make that same type of cash depending on how your work ethic is. So a lot of drug dealers' work ethic is so crazy because if they don't go out and get it, then they're not gonna make it, right? They gotta hustle. That's where hustle came from that type of lifestyle, right? So I don't want to really use him as an example, but I just go and say it. Like, look at like a Jay-Z, right? The reason why he's good at what he does is because he noticed how good he was at the business portion of selling drugs, right? So if you're that good at that, then it's not going to take that much to adjust. It's like going into a different position. I can adjust to this as long as I learn it and somebody teach me. So that's all you really need. So then you're thinking like, yo, how am I gonna get this type of bread? Like, how am I gonna get the same type of money? It might take you a second, but there's adjustments, is what I'm saying, and there's ways to go
Well,
from.
Jay-Z also had a jump start because he was a rapper.
Nah, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about going from the drug game to the rap game. It still was business behind that. He still had to treated that business and that rap game same way how he treated the drug game. That's why he's successful at it. That's why there are other people that's out here that's successful at it. Like, I watched that Wu-Tang joint, right? That Wu-Tang joint, a lot of them came from the business behind their joint came from people that was already in that drug game. And that's how they went like this. Same way with like a stripper right now. A stripper might have a goal of, okay, she might make like 800 a night, something like that, right? Next thing you know, she get popping as an Instagram model and she no longer stripping. She's just a bottle girl now. And she's still getting the same type of money she was, but no longer, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. There's still outlets to being a stripper, to being a drug dealer. Like, there's still outlets.
Right, but then in those aspects, a 9-to-5 person is harder for them. So that's why when they get in those situations, it is harder for them to get out at first. Like, eventually they may find outlets. Like, all right, Jay-Z, he was a drug dealer, but he also was a rapper. So the money he makes rapping, he probably making double, triple, quadruple that as opposed to drug dealing. A stripper, she makes whatever she makes, and now she's posting the same content that she may do in the strip club on Instagram. So now she's getting all of these hit ups for her to model this and to do this and different things on Instagram with different vendors and fashion designers or whatever, the Fashion Nova or whatever. And now she's able to make that money. But like a 9-to-5 person is not as easy for them. So
I'm not even talking 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? If you going from stripper to 9 to 5, then that's harder. Like, that's why when you talk to a stripper, if y'all do, but if you talk to her, some of them be like, yo, I'm in med school, I'm in this, I'm in that. Like, they really putting forth the effort, plug, to really do what they need to do to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like I've talked to some and I'm like, oh, they like, yeah, I'm in school to be an X-ray technician. Like, all right, bet, that's cool. Like, I hope you get that. You know what I'm saying? But when they do get it, they might not make the same amount of money that they was making, but to them it's a good replacement for that because they like.
And I don't think that 65% of them really stop and become that RN or that X-ray technician or whatever.
That's true.
Because
life changes, money changes.
They see. I mean, they would probably have to be really one of them people that came from nothing and really want to make something out of themselves. So they're just doing this for the time being. But a lot of them, they say, yeah, I'm going to school for that. I'm going to school for this. And they may do a little RN job in the morning, but them bitches is definitely still stripping at night.
So, all right.
Because you can't lead a game. You can't get out the game, Ghost.
Question for you, Ro. So how come you don't see strippers older than like 30 something? Where they go? What's their next move?
Let's say
early retirement on
some strippers, I believe some of them bitches do be older and they just look very young because they keep their bodies up to date. They get money. So it's nothing for them to go get a facelift and a BBL and look.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When they get to that 30 plus age and they start adding age on themselves, I feel like shit, they don't already met a few ballers in the club. They don't met some heavy hitters. They doing some private shit with them niggas. Like, so it's like shit, I don't need the club. This nigga throwing me goddamn 10, 15. Y'all watch Jocelyn Cabaret.
Yeah.
The bitches started off stripping. They met some pimps.
Right, they met pimps. Out here
tricking their ass out. Like, hell yeah.
So
like, throwing them 20 bands to come through, do whatever I want you to do.
Go ahead, Poppy.
All right, so hold on, we got some comments. All right, so Terrell says, "Hell nah, you got to put some money in the system for that retirement." Laugh out loud. Steve says there are many prostitutes that are wives and husbands right now, and I think them days are done. When strippers was in school, they became the wife.
I really don't feel like strippers is playing that I'm in school shit. Like, they may say it and it sound good, and I think some of them say that shit for sympathy. Like, they want you to feel bad for them, and she's trying to go to school. Let me throw out this 100 at her to help her. Them bitches, they may be in school, but they definitely gonna get their degree. And they may still be a RN, but on the weekends, them bitches is still throwing that ass in a circle.
I see a
So
lot.
are you saying they use
the
the school for the sympathy money? Like to get extra money as sympathy?
I think some of them do, yeah.
I see a lot of strippers transition to bartenders, like, because
bartenders are the new strippers.
Yeah, they are. I say they getting paid more.
So I would rather be a bartender because you don't gotta do. I mean, you do a lot, but the bartenders, some of them don't have to do as much. All they got to do is put on fishnet stockings, a cute little bra, show a lot of cleavage and a little thong, and serve bottles. And them bitches, I remember in the beginning of the pandemic and before things shut down, the bottle girls and the strippers had beef because the strippers felt like the bottle girls was making more money than they were, and they were going on strike. Like, it was a big thing on Instagram about it because the bartenders, I mean, of course the gratuity and all of that too, but bartenders and like if you go to a bar in New York and it's a strip club, like when what's the strip clubs in Queens that Perfections and shit like that used to be open, the bartenders would be behind the bar shaking as much ass as the strippers, but the bartenders was getting the money thrown at them. You know why? Because if I'm a bartender and I shake my ass a little bit for this nigga, he gonna throw me extra money because you know what he want? A stronger drink. He wants some drinks on the house and shit like that. So they give the bartenders, I think, a lot more attention, and bartenders make a lot more money than the strippers too.
I got a lot of friends. They bartenders up top, man. They get paid some bread, man. Like you can see it in their videos. They be posting. It's like, damn. But back when I used to go to the strip clubs when I was up top, bartenders didn't dress the way they dress right now. Like,
right. Times have definitely
bartenders didn't dress like that back in the day. I think bartenders what happened used to be dressed.
I think what happened is that the bartenders, the strippers became bartenders, and then like somehow they flipped the way they dress so they could get more money. In my opinion.
And also sex sells. So if my bartender is dressed like a stripper, then that means more people are gonna come to the club to see them. Which means more money is going to be spent in my club.
And then
look at the hookah girls. The hookah girls be dressed like the fucking bottle girls. And all y'all bitches is doing is, here you go, here's your hookah, give me my $30. Yeah. And they dress the way the fucking bartenders and the strippers dress.
I always used to think that the bartenders looked better than the strippers. When you in there, some of the bartenders, you like, damn, I'm about to just sit here all night. Like, do I want to my money? No, I'm gonna just
right. And they gonna pay you more attention because the stripper gotta make her rounds.
Yeah.
So she gonna give him 5 minutes, then go give him 5 minutes, and he look like he's spending money, so let me get in over here with him, as opposed to this bartender. She's serving the people at the bar, so she gets to speak to them a little bit more. She's gonna get more money, more tips, shake her ass a little bit. He gonna throw the ones. Niggas will really take out hundreds of singles just to sit at the bar to throw it at the bartenders. Like, I've seen that so many times.
Disclaimer.
So she says, I don't know one stripper in school right now.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. I don't go to strip clubs like that.
I haven't heard that line in a while.
I'm not big on strip clubs. I mean, I've been to a couple in my life, but
that shows you Candy right there with the line I just said, because I don't go like that. That's not my.
I've been to one twice, but I'm dying to go back.
You said what?
I've been to one twice, but I'm dying to go back. Like, I need to go to Magic City.
No, Ray. I found a real ratchet one for you out here. So when you come back,
you ain't find shit ratchet for me, my nigga. You ain't find shit. You ain't past shit ratchet for me. I'm not going to no ratchet strip club. Them bitches better be bad. I ain't throwing no money. We go up in there and it's like I'm in the hood. No sir.
So when I say ratchet, this strip club is off. Like there's no limit. Like whatever you feel you want to do, is fair game.
I just want to throw money at you. I just shake.
Well, we should have
ass,
went
all
there
that
when
shit.
we was in Atlanta.
I didn't. Well, when y'all come back, I just because I just found out the name. You know what it was? Yeah, y'all was moving around a lot, so we didn't really, you know what I mean. But when y'all come back, I got y'all.
I like strip clubs. Like my favorite part about the strip club is the food because strip club food be the bomb.
You right about
it
that.
Be the bomb.
I don't know. I can't sit. I don't see how people can go to clubs and actually sit down and eat a fucking meal.
What?
I can't do it.
When Sin City was open in New York, and I used to go with my homegirl Jers and shit. We used to eat all the time. Like they had like this stuffed salmon. It was stuffed with like shrimp and crab meat with asparagus and mashed potatoes. They wings. Strip club food is the bomb. I like strip clubs, but see me, after a while, I'm not gonna keep giving you my money. I fucking work hard for throwing it at you all night.
Yeah.
Because that money I spent, I could have went and bought some sneakers or got my hair done.
I will never forget going to the stadium. When I say I had a motherfucking ball.
Like, I did when I used to go with my other homegirls. Like we had fun, but I would be mad at the end of the night. Like I fucking threw $200 at this fucking girl. Like I'd be mad.
It was crazy because it was one girl. It was one girl. She got all my money. One girl got all my money. The shit that she was doing, I was impressed. I was fucking impressed. Like
it'd be fun, but yeah, I go like if I do it, I got a limit. Like all right, I'm gonna take 200 out. The best may the best girl win. Like,
and you know the fucked up part about the candy, I started off like that. I started off with 200, and when that was gone, I was like, nah, I gotta go back to the ATM.
Yeah, and then the ATM be wanting $10 just to take out their damn money.
Hell yeah, it do. But it's so sweet because then you get all the money, then you look at Shawty to the left. She at the desk with all the ones and shit. It's like, hey, break me off. Let me get some of this shit. Like, hey, the strip club is fun. I love the strip club. The strip club be lit.
He said, "You ain't got nothing ratchet for me."
Yeah, hell no. We going somewhere upscale. Like we going somewhere up. But no, you know something. I probably would try a little ratchet spot. We could try it out. I'm with it. Where are we making this move?
Whenever you want.
Where are we making this move?
I love a good night, but for me, I ain't doing that shit every
we can bounce around. We can try to ratchet
once
and
in a while. It's cool.
I need to experience the Atlanta strip club. I need to experience one.
Because my cousin from Cleveland came down and I didn't even know about the place, but we ended up going, and the stuff that they were doing I'm like, wait a minute, I'm used
What's
to
the name of it?
You can't touch certain places, you can't do certain things because you know what I'm saying, bouncers will be like, yo, chill, but they was like, I was like, wait, I go to strip clubs and I'm like, you can do that? Oh wait, time out.
What they was doing, showing coochie?
Yeah, like filling on everything, like
shit. That's how it was in stadium.
Huh?
That's how it was in stadium.
That's how it was in Sin City. They was doing that, showing coochie, lap dances. You feeling all up on? I mean, it'd be like that in these strip clubs up here. I mean, we don't have as much as we used to.
Ratchet ones, all the way up into the what they consider like the best. Well,
I've been
best for a different culture. Because I went there and all they did. I went there in New York. What's that joint in New York? That joint is off of West Side Highway.
Oh, it's downtown. And when you driving on the highway, it's the Gentleman's Club. Yeah. All they do is show titties.
Is it called Larry?
No. The gentleman, before they changed the name to Gentleman's Club, when they first opened, it was called the Blue Club. That's when it was popping because it went down in that strip club.
I know which one you're talking about. It's right off the West Side Highway. And when you driving on the West Side Highway, you got a big picture of a girl.
It's
Hustlers.
It's popular one. Cool.
Hustlers.
You know who Larry Flint is, right?
Yeah, Hustlers.
It's Hustlers. That's the name of it. All they do is show titties. It's a titty bar.
The worst strip. That is a titty bar. That's what that is.
That's what it is.
Honestly, like
my nigga said a titty bar.
Right. That is definitely for the white people.
I went in there. My man took me. We went in there like 5 deep. We went in there. I ain't throw not a dime.
I mean,
was
I
in
guess
there
if you like titties, that's the place for you to be.
Yeah, but they was like,
because even I went to one in Virginia, like they had pasties. I'm like, so
That's like the one in Atlantic City.
Bro, where did you go? Where did you go? Because we don't got no good strip clubs right here. Which one you went to? Paper Moon or Daddy Rabbit?
They always off on Midlothian.
You went to Daddy Rabbit? No, you went to Paper Moon.
Yeah, I went to Paper Moon, and it was one by the U-Haul right by Midlothian.
The best
one back there.
You went up in the joint smell like cigarettes.
But that's like the ones in Atlantic City. Like in Atlantic City, you can't even like take pictures. They don't want you taking your phone out.
Yeah, that was Paper Moon. Yep.
But I think that's starting to change now. A lot of strip clubs you can take your phone out.
Because I went with a female one time, and the crazy part about it, I went with the female, and she's taking pictures, and I guess they saw, and the guard come up to me like, "Yo, let me see." If I said, "For what? You can't take." I said, "Son, I'm not. There's nothing for me to take pictures of. You're bugging." You know what I'm saying? So he's like, "Oh,
the strip club is in Atlanta. I've been to at least 3. I went to Magic City, Strokers, and then one more.
Monty said Blue Flames is like lit in Atlanta.
That's Atlanta, right? Yeah. Now I've heard about Blue Flames. I would love to put up the Blue Flames.
Blue Flame was the hood a couple like back in the day. That was the hood. I've been there.
I've been to strip clubs in New York. I've been to like a couple in Puerto Rico. I've been to Spearmint Rhino in Vegas.
You've been to Sue's Rendezvous out here in New York? Sue's used to be the spot too.
I went to Sin City. I've been to Sin City.
Now it's another. Yeah, I can't think. It's what I think it's off Northern Boulevard or in that area.
That's Perfections and Starlets.
I ain't get to go there either.
Yeah, I will. I think one day I was gonna go to Perfection. They want like $50 to get in. I'm like, oh, nah, I'm straight.
Yo, the joint that was crazy up top when I was up there, and it's been shut down. But Jersey Girl.
wait.
Jersey Girl.
Jersey Girl.
So C says, nah, New Jersey got some good ones, but still, honestly, strippers in New York and New Jersey need to put some goddamn heels on. I'm sick of seeing Balenciaga.
No, I wish I would see a chick in some Balenciaga.
I ain't never in my life.
Never seen that. I would be like,
taking a strip club with Balenciaga. Yo,
hold on.
I've been to a couple ratchet ones in Cleveland also.
Bitches coming down the pole in Balenciaga sneakers. Get the fuck out of here.
I ain't never in my life.
Nah. She can't get my money. No fucking way.
Bro.
So I got a funny strip club story to tell y'all. So I took my brother. He had just turned 21. First time ever going to a strip club. Went to the strip club in Cleveland. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to pay for one dance for you. He was like, all right, cool. So mind you, he has no money. Let's keep that in mind. So I'm like, yo, I said, don't go for the first dance you see. You know what I'm saying? Look around, and when you see the girl that you like, that's the one you pick a dance for. He's like, all right, cool. As soon as we walk through the door, I want to dance with her. I said, yo, you don't even know who else is in here, son. Like, chill. So, long story short, he finally, I paid for one dance for him. I'm like, you good? He was like, yeah, I'm good. So now I'm chilling. I'm enjoying myself. I'm getting my dances. I'm hanging out. And I keep looking back at him. He's like, yo, I'm getting a dance. I'm like, okay, I hope you got bread because I only told you one. So he's dancing. So I don't know what happened. He was like, yo, Jay, she want bread. I said, I told him I'm not paying for no other dance. You got your one. So all I know, she was like, what? You ain't. So she walks off. So I'm like, so niggas like, all right, whatever. No lie, the chick come out like 5 minutes later with a taser. Bzz, yo, y'all gonna give me my money. I said, yo, you got the game messed up. You don't go put that damn
How
taser
much was the
down
dance? Like $20?
I think it might have been like $20.
Bro, they be serious about that money.
Yeah, like, and she really came out with a taser. I'm like, yo, I don't know what you do with this taser, but I know you touch me.
She tased niggas with it. That's what she do.
Yeah, son. So and my brother is shook, and I'm like, yo. So I was like, you know what? If you going that hard, so I gave it a $20. I was like, yo, if you going hard for $20, it's not that deep. So I gave it. I just threw it on the table and
The
bounced.
hell it is. This is her job. That's my job.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
her.
my
This
money.
her
Yeah, I
livelihood,
understand that,
nigga.
but at the
Fuck
end of the
you
day,
mean?
like you. So first off, you're supposed to tell the person. I mean, now my brother probably told he got bread or whatever like that, but I don't know. I don't know how the conversation
Your
went. I guess he
your
thought
brother
she
messed
liked him.
it up. Your brother messed
Huh?
it up. He sat there and told Shorty that he was good because he was gonna get it from you. And that was the end of the story. Like, my brother going, it's only $20. My brother's gonna give it to me.
Right.
He was like,
It's
nah.
my birthday.
Yeah, you like, nah, bro. Like, nah.
Yeah, I'm like, I
I
paid
heard
for
that
one. So you already-
Texas got like some good strip clubs.
I believe that.
I've
I
heard
believe
that.
that.
I
Yeah,
never
I
been
heard
to
believe
a
that.
strip club in
Texas got
Texas.
like
I
the
believe it's
best.
cowboy boots and perky titties everywhere in there. I believe.
Yeah,
I believe that.
I need to see a stripper slide down with a cowboy hat
I-
and some boots.
Hey.
Yeah.
I forgot what
telling
it
you.
was called, but I went to one in Miami too, and it was nice. That joint was really, really big, and it had some of the best dancers in there. Miami got a good one, of course.
I can believe that. I need to
And
Oh,
read
matter
that.
of fact-
it wasn't King of Diamonds or whatever everybody talk about. It wasn't that. It was a different
So
one.
King of Diamonds is a strip club. That's not a regular club.
Yeah, that's a
No.
strip club.
That's a
Okay.
strip
That's one of
club.
the biggest
Live is the popular club in Miami
Yeah.
that everybody goes to.
I heard Mayweather Club in Vegas won't all that good though.
Really?
Probably not.
I heard he got like some trailer pop bitches up in there. Like no joke. Like I heard that shit won't all that.
So I've
Which
been
is shocking because I love Vegas. Like Vegas is lit.
What? I love
I
Vegas.
love Vegas.
I tell everybody that all the time.
Have y'all ever been to a club, right? That after 2:00 it turns into a strip club, like just like boop, strip club.
Mm-mm. Hell no.
That's what they do
Have I?
in North Carolina.
Hell no.
North Carolina, you'll be at a regular club chilling, right? And then next thing you know, liquor shut down, ain't no more liquor. Next thing you know, chicks would just come out and it'd be
I
like,
don't like some Atlanta shit.
and they joint to be
No.
going to like
'Cause remember
4 or
they
5
was in the
a.m.
club and out of nowhere dancers started.
I mean, I've been to something similar to that.
You know?
Like it's a spot out here, another little ratchet spot. Like it's a regular club or whatever, and then they just have strippers that just walk in at a certain time. Now they still sell liquor, but everything closed. I think it still closed at like 2 or 3. But but yeah, they be having random strippers walk out. I'll be like, oh, and they don't be worth nothing anyway. So I just
Certain
be like,
times they can't have liquor and
Yeah,
strip-
a lot of strip clubs I've witnessed. Some of them don't serve liquor, like them shits in Atlantic City. They don't have alcohol.
I went to one in Atlantic City and I wasn't.
wait, matter of fact, I'm bugging. I went to a strip club in Canada, which was kind of trash.
Oh, that sound trash.
Canada.
You want me to? You want
I
to
went
dance, eh?
Huh?
They be like, you want to dance, eh?
Yeah, like I went to my boy's bachelor party, and I was the best man. So I'm like, I gotta, so I'm trying to find stuff, saying places to take him and stuff to do with him. And we happened to find a strip club. I'm like, come on, let's go in there. So we went in there, and it was like, it was all right. And we ended up leaving like 10 minutes later.
You don't need strippers no more. The Bible girls got you. Like,
well, yeah. I mean,
None
now
of
I
want
know.
to see her shake no ass while she sit here
it's
wait on me
crazy
to want
because New
another
York
drink.
don't have that much anymore. Like, I seen recently somebody on my Instagram was at Starlets. Like, I didn't even know Starlets was like back open. It must have been a one night only thing because you don't hear people talking about it. Like Angels and Queens used to be a thing.
Starlets is the one I went. Yeah, I think. Matter of fact, I think Starlets was the one I.
Starlets is the one that's like off Northern Boulevard. It's like Starlets is behind Perfections. Perfections is in the front and Starlets is in the back street.
Okay, so
Starlets is the one. It's
so
like
it must
oddly
be-
shaped. Like Perfections is like a big ass,
yeah, and
beautiful
I
space.
think if you go up there, if you turn by Perfections, I think you go like across the highway. I think New York City, NYC Gentlemen's Club is there, unless they change the name of it.
I don't know. I mean, in Queens, off like the Queens Boulevard, Northern Boulevard area, I remember Starlets and Perfections. Like Starlets got a big ass bar in the middle. It's like a big circle, and the bartenders is in the middle, and the strippers are in the middle too. That's Starlets. Only Starlets and Perfection I really know in that area. And then like where all the
I
hookah
went to
bars and stuff
one.
is at is Angels.
I went to one. I don't remember the name of it, but this chick
And then
was
we had
so bad.
Susan Sin, but they moved Sin to Philadelphia.
What?
Then there was another one too that I'm trying to remember. It was, which one was it? It was like a bar, but they had like strippers that was like, they had a little pole behind the bar. And I ain't gonna front, I wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be back there and they'll be dancing. And if they wasn't interested to me, I'll be like, I just look down when they come down looking, try to get their tips. They was like, oh, you're not gonna. I was like, yo, you was dancing? My bad. I didn't even know that you kid. I was on my phone.
Yo, Atlanta though, Strokers was the first strip club where I seen somebody go all the way up, and I'm just like this, like that joint was, the ceiling was crazy. It's like Strokers looked like a warehouse, how big it was in there. And Shorty went all the way up there and slid her ass all the way down and was like, ah! And just stopped right before she hit the bottom. I was like, dang.
I don't know
I've
how
never
they be
seen
saying.
nothing
Did
like
you
that.
see the meme on social media? It was like bitches be slamming their coochies on the ground like a bag of ice. I don't know how they be slamming them coochies on that ground like that.
Yo, you trying to get the ice to break it up?
Word.
That coochie is battered and bruised, okay?
Yo, it's probably all legs. They ain't
I don't
hitting
know
the
how they
joint.
do it.
Yeah, but that's funny. That is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I remember I took my homeboy to a strip club in Puerto Rico, and the stripper was standing on his thighs with heels. He was like, "Yo, what the hell is she doing?" I was like, "Yo,
I
don't
can't
know."
imagine a strip club in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I've been to a couple.
Imagine one in DR.
Yo, son, you gotta take me. If we go one year, you gotta take me. We gonna do
I
the
got
show.
you.
DR will probably have better strip clubs in Puerto Rico.
Nah,
right.
we'll talk off the air, but nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, wrap that gavel up, man.
All right, so we are at an hour and 27 minutes. We definitely thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all the comments, all the love. We'll definitely miss you. We'll definitely see you next week. Who else is in the comments? Terrell, Kimmy, Jill. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining. We'll definitely see you guys next week, 9 p.m. sharp. I have been your host, Jay McMain.
It's your girl, the real Candy.
It's your boy Ray.
It's your boy, Mr. F that.
All right, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.